You are listening to the Gritty Podcast, where we talk about all things gritty. Life is not easy. It never was, and it never will be. A good life takes grit. Prioritize who you are and who you want to be, because life isn't fair, and a little grit can make all the difference. Welcome to the Gritty Podcast. I am your host, Bryan, and I am joined by my brother, the Gritty Broman.
Hi, folks.
How are you, Brent?
I'm well.
Good.
What is it? Like 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock and a nice sunny day.
Can I tell you how nice it is that there is sunshine again?
I was getting tired of the snow. So, today's podcast is with our buddy Nick Schmit. Schmit. I don't know why I like saying that word.
I do like saying that word.
Nick Schmit. And
you know why I think it is?
I think because there's a sh and a t in it. Schmit. And there's a sh and an it. It just feels a little different.
A little naughty.
So we ambushed Nick at the Western Hunt Expo with our portable podcast studio. And we talked to Nick about what some of the new products that Phelps Game Calls has come out with.
They got some new duck calls.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got a new bugle tube. It's like a mini bugle tube.
Yep. And right now it's turkey season and fast approaching, starting some places, and they've got a bunch of turkey calls. We have a code with Jason. It's Gritty15. And again, this is helping our buddy out. So blow up Jason's business. Use the code Gritty15 and get a discount one time off of whatever you need from Phelps.
And that will be good until April 15.
Yeah, you got till April 15. Good call, Brent. Good call.
You get it?
So anyway, that's today's podcast. Announcements. Hoytbo giveaway still going on. Sign up for the newsletter. Go to bryancall.com, sign up for the newsletter. We're going to announce the winner on April 1st in the newsletter. So make sure you have that all set up. You have your junk filter turned off so you can get notified on who the winner is. Probably just going to film the winner selection process and then put a link to that video. We want to make sure you see that it's random and unbiased and random.
It's a stranger. It's not, our buddy down the street.
Right. So,
John, you keep winning all my stuff.
And then we just shipped the Yeti Rambler.
Yep, the giveaways, the Rambler, the Ignite, and I reached out to Brent Hahn, and Brent is going to be shipping those Valkyrie broadheads out.
So for the winners, your products are on the way. From the other giveaways we did, Stockisons till the end of this month. You got 10 more days, roughly 10, less than about a week.
About 8.
To take advantage of the code GRITTY and get a discount off of Tanner's sweet little stocking moccasins. And that is at LonePeakLeatherCo.com.
We also have Baird's.
Okay.
Baird's Beard Oil.
BAIRDS 15.
Yep, to receive 15% off your purchase of any of the beard oils or...
which I highly recommend.
The sweet T-shirts.
Okay. Anything else?
Canvas cutter.
Canvas cutter. And that code is
crap.
Gritty15.
Gritty15. So, folks, that code is Gritty15.
We'll put all the codes in the description on the YouTube page. And then there's Grunt Work. Get a free month of Grunt Work. Go to gruntworkout.com, and the code is GRNTMONTH.
Also use the code Gritty at Elk 101.
Yeah. If you want to get your Elk University studying on. Brent, some things that you like, because we were talking about this earlier. There's a couple of things that you like that are weird.
I don't think that they're weird.
No, they're weird.
No. You can't call them weird because you partake.
Okay, which thing are we talking about?
The kombucha is what I have in mind.
But I don't know, man. Mine you just buy from the store. It's like watermelon or cosmic cranberry, Yours is
Bryan, where the hell do you
home-brewed.
where do you pick up a cosmic cranberry? That's not a real thing. That's not food.
I do like kombucha.
And for those of you that don't know what kombucha is, it's spelled Kombucha. And don't Google it. It'll give you nightmares. Because it is basically, it's a fungus, actually.
Right.
It's
well,
not,
isn't it like a fermented mushroom? Or
it's not a
fungus
mushroom.
From a mushroom?
It is a type of yeast fungus. And basically what it is it eats the yeast out of the air and creates a cellulose stack. And so you... that sounds very appetizing.
Okay, look. It makes a fizzy drink that is good for your gut.
Yes, it basically makes a slightly...
See, Hillary and Ryan Lampers make kombucha.
Mhm.
And I've had theirs. And it's lovely. I tried to make the one that you recommended, and it tastes a little bit like
Vinegar.
syrup. It's
Then-
too sweet, man. It was way too sweet.
Okay, well then back off on the sugar. Ta-da!
I don't know if that was it or not, because Suzanne made it.
It changes from batch to batch, and like brewing kombucha, Bryan, it's an art. It takes trial and error, and you have to taste test it as it goes. And my struggle is my wife does not like the taste testing part, because sometimes it tastes like vinegar. Because you can actually make vinegar out of it. Also, that's another wonderful thing about kombucha. You get all sorts of products out of it.
Okay.
Also, it's good for your hair. It's true. You can put your hair in it. So I started making the other day the kombucha. It has this thing. It's called a SCOBY, and that's an acronym. It stands for.
Oh, I was believing you for a minute there. I was like, wow, he's a knowledgeable guy.
It's symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast. And so it's...
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
It does. It sounds very delicious. But it has the SCOBY itself. You can take the SCOBY out. You can clean it off, chop it up into little chunks, throw it in a blender, and it's just plain cellulose, which sounds very appetizing. There's something really cool you can do if you have a food dehydrator at home, folks, and you have SCOBYs. Throw them in a blender, throw some strawberries in there, spread them out, and you can actually make a fruit roll-up out of them.
I'm going to ask Ryan and Hillary what they think about it.
Do Ryan and Hillary look like they eat fruit roll-ups?
Ryan does. I've seen him make them and eat them.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Go Ryan.
I mean, he dehydrates a whole ton of stuff, and
I've seen their
they're
dehydrators hardcore.
They are. What's with the fridge door this morning?
Oh, so folks, we went through a bunch of my pictures on my phone today, and I was showing Bryan what's been up. As you might know, I moved down here to the near Mountain Ops headquarters, and I have access to their gym, and Brent has gotten quite swole as of late. And
Have you now?
Quite. And I opened up my fridge door the other day, and it came off.
How does it just come off?
It's missing all of the gear at the bottom, so there's no bottom hinge, it turned out. So when I moved in, this whole time, my fridge has been
So exactly what happened, like, how did that feel? Like, you pulled the door open, and then what? It just, because your door's on the floor, and your fridge is standing up in the photo.
Well, it just popped right off, and I was fast enough that I caught it, so nothing, like, fell forward or fell out, and then I just laid it down, and I'll throw the picture up for you guys so you can see. No, you'll note there's no...
You're quite proud of yourself, aren't you?
Quite, yes. When's the last time you ripped a door off its hinges, Bryan?
My kids try to do that every day.
And no one can make fun of me. I'm aware that there's no vegetables in that fridge.
You had something you liked earlier that I think you should share, and that's that Ryan McClure post for our buddy Ryan McClure on the Art of Man podcast. What was it that he said?
It's actually...
And why did you like it?
Because I think that in today's society, there's this weird thought process by some people that being masculine or masculine traits are bad.
Yeah.
And that's absurd.
We've talked about that.
We've talked about it lots. But I really like this quote. I'll go ahead and read it. It's by Frederick Douglass. We ask not for his lineage. We ask not for his name. If manliness be in his heart, he noble birth may claim. We ask not from what land he came, nor where his youth was nursed. If pure the stream, it matters not the spot from whence it burst. I don't know, it hit a chord with me. I don't really care what skin color you are, where you came from. I care whoever you are, whoever I'm talking to is a good person.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. If the stream is pure, we don't care where it came from.
Yeah, I like that too.
It's a good quote.
Yeah, the other day you mentioned, that I blew my promised car before I turned 16 because I kissed an Asian girl who technically are my Japanese foreign exchange student. And like I said, that was one of the highlights of my life. So no problems with that. But what?
Keep going. I want you to finish this. And I have a question I want to ask.
Well, I was sitting there and I've had a few people it's interesting because people will say, do you find, like Japanese women
you into
attractive?
Black women, you into Japanese, you into Chinese.
Like blondes, you like brunettes.
A beautiful woman, Bryan, is a beautiful woman.
That's the bottom line. Like, they come in all shapes and sizes.
I definitely have a type, and my type is woman.
I find that question very odd because I don't see, I really don't see the color or the lineage. Really, I see just beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at the top 50 CrossFit female athletes
mm-hmm.
that go to like the games, and you stack them all up in a line.
None of them look alike.
Well, and the thing is you're talking about a fitness level that allows them to compete at the highest level. So in order to compete at those levels, to do those fitness challenges, your body you have pushed it to its kind of its maximum capacity for all the modalities, for weightlifting, strength, speed, jumping, climbing, swimming, biking, all these things, gymnastics, movements and coordination, agility, all of it gets put into the pie, baked in, and you need to be able a jack of all trades, kind of be able
mm-hmm.
to do it all and excel at the top in all those categories, cardio down to anabolic exercises. And so what you end up with is, for that person's body, as they're standing there in the top 50, their body is representative of what their body would look like in its most fit state.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're done with it, you have 50 fit bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And what you find out when you take a glance at it is that fitness, when you tap into your body's, like, they're all attractive, because fitness is attractive,
mm-hmm.
because healthy is attractive. At least to me, that's how it is. I mean, you can have, and the men are the same way.
Look at the opposite of fitness. That is not attractive. When you're in a wheelchair and you've got a Dunlop over your knee and you're eating cake and donuts, that's not attractive.
So you have this thing where beauty really, to me, is health, more than anything. And you can you can see, that's why we have before and after photos. You can see someone who's super unhealthy, metabolically deranged, messed up, health down the toilet, all those things. And then they transition into healthy. They may not have the best skin. They may not have the best, they might have things that are genetically, they got hit with the ugly stick,
mm-hmm.
Coming out of the womb compared to someone else. But when they maximize their health, to me, the beauty shines through almost on every human, There's no one's really inherently just ugly. Speaking of a handsome fella, Nick Schmit is a handsome fella.
Yes.
I mean, I would say, he's got that. He's kind of chiseled and tallish.
He's confident, because I will say that weekend he was down here, I never saw him with sleeves on. I don't think I own a single shirt that doesn't have sleeves, yet he had like a plethora.
Nick, you're called out for your sleeveless shirts.
Him and Phelps, dude, all those guys love their sleeveless shirts.
It is it's a very redneck. I have a podcast, from early on about the sleeveless shirt. The fellas over there, Charlie Smith, for example, Leprechaun Charlie, he wears the sleeveless shirt, but he wears a long sleeve shirt under the sleeveless shirt. I think to compensate for skinny arms.
Is that what it is?
I think so, and I think that's okay. The guns are on full display.
And yes, and Schmit has every right, and he should. He's
a handsome fella.
He works out.
Yeah. So there you have it. Tune in to Nick Schmit here use the code Phelps or Gritty
15.
Gritty 15 at PhelpsGameCalls.com. And I hope you enjoy the show. And as always, friends, we love you, appreciate you, and just ask that you stay gritty. Put your microphone down so we can hear your wit and your humor. Check, check. Hello. We're at the, folks, welcome to the Gritty Podcast. We are at the Western Hunt Expo at the Phelps Game Call booth. And these are the all-stars of Phelps Game Calls. How you doing, Nick? Good. I need you to put this headset on real quick. Right here.
The people can't hear you.
Had this rolling, mobile podcast.
It's a little bit newish.
How's it? How do I sound? Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, sound good.
All right.
Okay.
This place is a mob.
How's the show treating you?
Awesome. This is my first year here.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Jason, I run the Portland show, and Jason comes here because it's always the same weekend.
So he's been jipping you for a long time.
Well, I guess. Yeah, me and Charlie and Kelly handle Portland, and then they come here. So, but I actually left like 2 hours ago to go back to my Airbnb and upload a video. And I came back, and there's like 4 times as many people here in like 2 hours. So
Saturday's insane.
Dude, I'm excited.
So are you excited for the movie night tonight?
Dude, I'm stoked. I don't even know how we wound up in this lineup for tonight. It's like we got you, Cam,
Phelps.
Green Tree, and then Angry Mountain Productions has a video in it. So
it's awesome.
Like, yeah, we're excited.
Is Charlie in the film?
Charlie is not in this film. They killed something in this film, so Chuck's not there.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You're only on the non-kill videos?
Yeah, except for mule deer.
He did. He killed a couple deer this year, actually. But no, we show Idaho with Mountain Ops, Ryan Lampers, Matt Davis, Jason Phelps, and Keith was there running the camera as well as Cody Simons. So it's a really good film. A couple elk die.
I'm excited. I haven't seen it yet. I've seen half of it.
Dude, Keith.
And I love it.
Keith is a wizard.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Like I need to live with him for like a year straight.
I know. You just want to stand behind him while he works. Don't even want to talk.
Dude, I literally had a 10-minute conversation with him this morning about Premiere, and like I just went and edited that video with what I took from that 10-minute conversation. Like cut my edit time in half. I'm not even joking. It was,
he's one of the fastest editors I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's a wealth of knowledge I would love to explore someday. So
what do you got for products here, Nick?
We have the whole entire Phelps lineup. For those familiar, we have the classic amps and then the signature amps up above there. I don't know if you can show the amp lineup. And then that yellow call on the end, top right there, is what's new for this year. That's called the Pitch Black series.
This thing?
Yep. So they come in, they're numbered 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 is a lighter stretch. Number 2 is in between, and then number 3 is a heavier stretch. So as far as latex goes, they're kind of in between the Maverick and Phelps's reed, for those who are familiar with the Phelps lineup.
Nice.
Shirts, hats, bugle tubes. We actually have some duck calls here.
Do you?
Yeah. Check them out. New this year. I don't know if you can zoom in on that.
Quack quacks?
On the right there. Standing
These?
up. Nope, further right.
Oh,
bam, right there.
Ooh, there they are.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So here are some show specials. Right here. 3 signature amps, 3 classic amps. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see what.
Come check it out.
Yeah.
And then Jason was kind enough to let us hang our banner in here, and then Angry Mountain has some shirts and hats over here, guys. So come check them out.
Let's check that out. So
I feel like I'm on a leash.
You kind of are.
Yeah.
Kind of are. So that hat you've got on is an Angry Mountain Productions hat?
Yes, this is our Delk. It's kind of
like
what
that.
we want to, our branding. So
Nice.
if you look, everything, the Delk's on everything. So the U, little Delk right there.
What's a Delk?
It's a deer and an elk, dude. Like,
Oh, yeah.
there's a deer and an elk because we like both. We're not prejudiced
Nice.
to
That's
what
like a 250-inch deer.
I think
Maybe bigger?
It's probably bigger because the elk side's carrying
Yeah.
it, you know.
Did you see that 3-something-inch?
I did
Mule
actually saw
deer?
that the day it got killed.
Whoa.
Dude, it looks like a caribou on that one picture where he's packing it out
Yeah.
with the willows. It's
It's
like,
just ridiculous.
yeah,
I got to see it in person.
Where did that get shot at?
Colorado.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know whereabouts, but
Yep. Got to get that story. We'll get him on the podcast.
I believe it was public ground over the counter.
Yeah. Kendall Card was there, I think.
Yes,
or
he was.
Some guys from Black Ovis anyway.
Yep.
South Cox, was he there?
I don't know. I know Kendall was there for sure. I know he had a
Yeah.
hand in it. So other than that, I don't know much.
So awesome. Any words of advice for future elk callers? Anything you want to? Whoa, what's this?
You haven't seen this yet?
No. What is it?
That's the mini.
Really?
Yeah.
This is for when people get a
Folks,
little
this
too
is
rowdy.
a mini
Pull this out from behind your car.
bugle.
So yeah. And this is also new. It's Dirk's. This is Dirk Durham's Renegade. He likes to have a little bit shorter handle.
No handle.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, it takes a little less air to get into the chamber of this tube, and it actually kind of helps with that back pressure going back and forth when you're chuckling. So, I mean, if you notice, like this handle's a lot longer, so you got to push more air to get into the chamber of this, and you can reflux back and forth a lot easier on Dirk's. Some people, it's kind of a preference thing. So some people still prefer the long handle of the Unleashed, the original Unleashed tube.
Yeah.
And then for the backpack hunters out there, the Brady Millers of the world. Jason came up with this, and it's pretty dang awesome.
Does it work?
Dude, it's just as loud. The only thing you're missing out on is the thump you get from that big hollow.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Where can people find Angry Mountain Productions?
We are on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, under Angry Mountain Productions, also YouTube. We just released this series called Tradition. We stacked up quite a few animals, and we had a ton of fun putting it all together. So it's a daily series on YouTube called Tradition. Go check it out, please.
And where can people find Phelps Game Calls?
Same, minus the YouTube, because this is where Jason does all his YouTube stuff, is on Angry Mountain. So, yeah, he has a Instagram, Phelps Game Calls, and Facebook. His contact information is actually on the back of every single call he sells. So you buy a call, you get his cell phone number.
Nice.
Text him.
Sweet. So. All right, folks, go check out Angry Mountain Productions on YouTube, right?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Appreciate it, yes.
Angry Mountain Productions on YouTube. Go and watch it if you want to see some elk action.
Yes, deer
action.
And
deer action, too.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And support these guys. Make some awesome stuff. Jason's one of the best. All right, stay gritty.
Thanks, guys.
See you, Nick.
See ya.